The former Purdue Boilermaker, Raheem Mostert. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss, and now it's third down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on second down and short. What I like to say?
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
Now, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. Third play here, this opening drive, as they're up against a 3rd and 5. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the first. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They do go for it. It's Mahomes. And it's complete to Kelce. A gain of 26 and a conversion there as well on 4th down.
Well, peel back the curtain, partner. We've got a pretty good look into how they plan to play this game. Aggressive seems to be the word. Going for it on 4th down in that situation.
Yeah, opening drive. Now, we know this coaching staff, they have traits of aggression in their history, but what a start to this game. They're going for it.
Yeah, a lot of people might say reckless, but they got it. 1 for 1 on 4th down here early in the game.
Mahomes now on 1st down. Completes it to Hardman. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Mahomes buying time to his left. It's Kelce on the grab. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards. Throwing on 1st down is Mahomes. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. The sack by Jordan Willis.
Well, that was point counterpoint, wasn't it? They decided to throw for it on 1st and goal. Instead, the defense counters with pressure, and the defense wins, getting a big sack.
First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. Now Mahomes. Complete, the tight end Kelce. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. They'll wind up getting 7 on the completion, but they'll still be faced now with a 3rd and goal situation. Can this defense get the stop on the opening drive? Here's 3rd and goal. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And he'll be brought down at his own 10-yard line. He was looking for his tight end, Kelce. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the 1st quarter.
Too many ones in this play. 1st quarter, 1st drive, 1st interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10 from back at their own 10-yard line.
6 guys. Check 6 guys. Whip, 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 whip. Watch the whip. Check.
Here's the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll make it 2nd and 12.
Let's get it. Pitch outside. Bill lady. Here we go. Check. Fresno. 53's a must.
Darnold from the gun. Philip Dorsett hauls it in. And he's out right at the 25. 17 yards for the Jets there as they've got themselves a first down. Now a first down carry by Bell. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Darnold off the play fake to Bell. It's brought in by Jamison Crowder. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
We go, son. 3. Yo, 83. Mike. Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys. Switch. Yo, 80. Alert 3. And 80. Smooth. 53 is the mic. 53 is the mic. Army. Check 26.
From the gun on third down, here's Darnold. Gets this one to Le'Veon Bell. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. They convert on third with a gain of 22. No score after 1 on EA Sports.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
An update from Buffalo. The Bills have taken the early lead. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here.
Kill. Turn up. Kill.
They'll go back to the ground with Bell. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Charvarius Ward there to make the stop. You don't see that a ton, do you? With a cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
Motion. Red 80. SOS. Hey, Zoo. SOS. Red 80.
Throwing on second down. Darnold. Dorsett making the catch. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Jet first down. Well, they're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this, saying, hey, you guys didn't come out of the gate. I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it.
I didn't offer mine.
You were the smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, it's working really well. And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Here's Bell. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to third down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Hey, Wahoo! 45.
Darnold on third down. The open man is Smith. What a methodical drive this is turning out to be. That time 9 yards, and the sticks move again. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defensive side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
Check four. Man, 80. Rush in. Check. Check 24. Wide. Get wide. Under 10. 10. Slam.
On first down, Bell. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Check it, Humphrey.
It shows you right there, he can do more than just cover in the secondary from that free safety position.
Yeah, the evolution of the position has really been significant, hasn't it? Because a lot of teams no longer have a free safety, strong safety designation. They just have safeties. So wherever the ball is, one can be close to the line of scrimmage, one can be deep, and vice versa. On that play, how about that tackle we just saw? Pretty nice.
Looking to throw on second down. Darnold, and he's wrapped up. Taken down, back at the 25. Darren Lee. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. Darnold and the Jets come up 3rd and long following the sack.
Go 80. Check. 53's Mike. Check. Hey, echo. Man, 80. Tight down. There you go. Watch the safety creep.
3rd and long, it's Darnold. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. So they get the field goal, but that was a 14-play drive to get 3.
It sounds like you're going negative on me.
I was.
Sounds like you're thinking the 3 is just not that good.
And people say that we're negative sometimes. So.
Well, here's the deal. Getting the 3 is good. Obviously, you would think on a 14-play drive you're going to get 6 out of it. But that type of a drive can pay dividends later on because you might wear the defense down.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this second week of the regular season.
Go. 43. Yellow. Check.
From the 29, Mahomes. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. To the right side, it's Kelsey. And he's going to come up a bit short. He needed to get to the 35 for the first, but he only makes it to the 34. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. Trying to fight his tight end, Kelsey, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. Kelsey, the intended receiver there.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Hey, we got 3 down, 3 down.
They'll run on first down. It's Bell. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Darnold caught here by Bell. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4.
Ready? Hey, orbit. Check 9, check 9.
Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Darren Lee picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
And Seibert yanked it to the left. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So an empty possession there. What do you think went wrong, Charles?
Well, it looked like maybe the plant leg might have given way just a little. And when that happens, guys have a tendency to pull through the ball to compensate. And in doing so, sent this one off target.
A little under 30 seconds to go. We'll see how they play it here on 1st and 10. Well, indeed, try to run it out as they start on the ground. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Mahomes going to throw. He's got his man. That's Hardman. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good. So we've reached halftime. All we have to show for the first half, a lone field goal. 3-0 our score. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, these offenses seemingly still back at the hotel for the first half. 3-0 our score as the second half gets underway. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Watch the pass. He's coming. Double up, double up. He's coming, double up. Lady. No. Check. Check hot route. Hot. Lady. Crunch.
They'll give this to Bell running right.
Check.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
I'm coming after you. Say. Switch it.
They'll go again with Bell. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a third and about 4 for a first. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Watch twist. Here we go.
The shotgun snap for Darnold, and that's caught by Smith. They get 5, and it will go ahead and move the chains.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
53's Mike. Come on, D. Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Here we go.
Off of play action, Darnold. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 26. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
This is Mostert. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
Mike's 42.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. Going for the deep ball. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Marcus May with a pick. And he'll take it all the way up near the 30-yard line. Mecole Hardman, the intended target.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Their defense has pitched the shutout. Now they probably need to deliver a little breathing room, maybe make it a 2-score game as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground with Bell. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
At the 27-yard line.
You can't block me. You can't. Back. Sponge. Red 80. Check. Lucky. Bravo.
Now it's Darnold. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's 3rd down.
Well, man's getting a little loose with the football there, right? Interception before, almost had one here. He's got to start taking better care of it.
Yeah, really should have been back-to-back drives with interceptions. He's lucky there. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Darnold. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
At the 39-yard line.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Check three.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. Caught, Kelsey, left side. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
Let's go.
First down, Chiefs.
On first down, Mahomes. Eluding the pressure right. He'll try it. Mahomes hit. He lost the football. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So, should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about any more.
Red 80. Go. 53's the mic. 53. Check 53. Exit.
So following the fumble recovery, here's Darnold. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. How about the defensive effort from both of these teams that we've seen in this game?
Would you say it's like a high-stakes chess match right now?
Chess is one way to go. Yeah, I like it.
Okay, the only reason I say that, you feel like they're contemplating their moves before actually making one, and none of them being done very confidently.
Truth be told, I've never played chess, and I know that I'm not smart enough to play chess. Guys like you with your IQ, you can pull that off. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. To throw is Darnold. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hodges. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. And now a whistle and a timeout called by the kicking team. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. But how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They'll run it with Bell. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Kill. Shoot. Deuce. The lady. Watch the ship. The lady. Watch the ship. Hey.
And they'll keep it on the ground with Bell. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
53, check, lady. I got you, pop, slip, lady. Hey, Charlie. Check, the lady. Check, 53's mine. Come on, you better bring it.
Back to throw, Darnold. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 8 yards to go.
The Jets on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 8. Now Darnold. He finds his target. It's Crowder. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 45-yard line. Big hook up there, forced to throw it on third down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch.
Check nickel. Big gas. Red 80. Check 6 guard. Whip. Watch red 80. Check 30.
On first down, Bell trying to run inside, but nothing there.
Check.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 20-yard line. Defensively, they're okay with that. Short little route, tackle him inbounds. Okay.
All right, cliche alert. It's time for someone to make a play because they've got to have something bigger downfield. They can't just take what they give them. They've got to force it and make something big happen for them.
Red 80. Shift. Red 80. Shift. Joker to red 80. Check safety. Switch. Alert 3. Check 20%.
They'll run on first down. It's Bell, and he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. The linebacker, Anthony Hitchens, there on the stop. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in, and all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
SOS. Check the backer. Kill.
Again, it's Bell. He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3. Now, the objective there, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
This is 3rd and 2, maybe the biggest play in this football game.
Let's go, defense.
They'll try and run for it with Bell. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Seibert able to knock this one through. And that will double their lead as it's up to 6. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden, they're down.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. I tell you what, it's kind of hard to imagine. They have not scored a single point, and yet they're in this position, a touchdown drive here, and they're in the lead.
Normally, when you have 0 on your side of the ledger on the scoreboard, you're a little bit discouraged. But when they look over and see their opponents, they don't see a number that's way out there. They don't see a number they can't attain. In fact, they can get it right here on this drive and potentially take the lead.
And they'll try to squeeze in one more play here before the 2-minute warning. Now Mostert. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Throwing on first down is Mahomes. It's Kelsey on the ground. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down.
That's exactly what they were looking for. If they get another gain like that, they'll be right there in field goal range.
And the tension building. Mostert And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays. They'll look to throw. That's complete to his tight end. This is Lance Kendricks. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Back to throw, Mahomes. And now he'll tuck it and run. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. Steps away to his left. Now he'll pull it down. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down. So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. He's back to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And he is all the way up past the 25. The tight end Kelsey was the intended target. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
2nd and 11 at the 26-yard line.
So it's a victory here for the New York Jets. And not all W's are created equal, CD, and this one came in shutout fashion.
Well, their offense certainly didn't need to do anything, right? They could take the day off, and they did. But the defense, they carried them in a big way.
Yeah, look, the offense obviously stuff to work on, but they did enough, and the defense carried the load.
But you know what they say? It's always fun to work on things if it didn't go well in your game with a victory in your pocket. And that's what they've got going forward.
So for the Jets, they used a favorable early schedule to their advantage as they move to 2-0. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Chiefs, they'll fall to 1-1. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.